What's up, EFD squad? Welcome back to Scout Report. Today we're bringing you 5 players you may not know are having exceptional seasons. Let's go. 5. Kai Havertz. The youngest entry on our list, 18-year-old Kai Havertz, has been in fine fettle during his breakout campaign for Die Werk Self, racking up 6 assists, currently the 5th highest total in the league, and 2 goals in just under 1,700 minutes. Languid and cultured, the Aachen native has already drawn comparisons with compatriot Mesut Ozil, but his numbers, albeit extremely promising, intimate that he has a long way to go before they're justified. During the first 20 league games of the season, Havertz completed around 40 passes per game, significantly more than other prodigious young talents in the Bayer ranks, like full-blooded international Julian Brandt. However, in a side that often dominates possession with an average of 52%, this could see significant improvements. Somewhat inevitably, he is also way short of Mesut Ozil's monstrous 3 key passes per game, and although comparing him to a player of that calibre isn't entirely constructive, his current contribution of 1 per 90 doesn't even put him in the league's top 64. Defensively, he is much more robust than his icon though, completing a very respectable 2.1 tackles and interceptions per game, and also winning 46% of his headers compared to Ozil's 7%. No, that's not a typo. So for his all-round contribution at the tender age of 18, and for fulfilling on his promise last year, he more than deserves his place on our list. Already the club's youngest player and goal scorer, if Havertz's trajectory continues in the same fashion, we expect him to be breaking a lot more records and his €18 million price tag to soar. 4. Kalidou Koulibaly. 2017-18 has been the season in which Maurizio Sarri's Napoli morphed from Serie A's chief entertainers to serious title contenders. At the time of recording, they are 2 points behind serial champions Juve and still have a trip to Turin coming up, so their fate is in their hands. And while the club have not been quite as free-scoring as they were in the previous campaign, they have been much tighter at the back, and it has much to do with the continued brilliance of Kalidou Koulibaly. The Senegalese centre-back has been a solid component of the Parthenay squad for 4 seasons now, and so far this campaign has played in 28 of the club's 29 league outings. During that time, the club have conceded just 19 goals, only 4 more than the frankly ridiculous Juve, and Koulibaly has helped them to keep 16 clean sheets, already bettering the club total of 12 for the previous campaign. Just as Napoli have evolved tactically under Sarri, so has Koulibaly. In 17-18, the defender is averaging 88 passes per 90, the second highest average for a defender in Europe, and a vast improvement on his 62 a game in 16-17. He also possesses a pass accuracy of 91%, the same as Barca's Samuel Umtiti, vital for a side who like to play out from the back with pace. And he has added goals to his game too. His tally of 4 in 17-18 is the best of his career thus far, and with his 6'5" frame, it's no surprise all of them have come from set pieces. Valued at €50 million, Koulibaly is now one of Europe's most prized defenders, and if he has a good World Cup, who knows how much that price could inflate. But we expect a big money transfer is the last thing on the lad's mind. A first career league title is a far bigger priority right now. 3. Philipp Max. Augsburg are currently occupying mid-table obscurity in the Bundesliga and have scored a relatively average 37 goals, but they have come mainly from 3 sources. Strikers Alfred Finnbogason and Michael Gregoritsch have scored 11 apiece, but it's the contribution of left-back Philipp Max that has really caught the eye. So far in 2017-18, Max has recorded 13 assists from 27 league appearances. That's more than Lionel Messi and level with Neymar. In fact, only Kevin De Bruyne has more in Europe's top 5 leagues. This is even more impressive when you consider the fullback was involved in a grand total of 4 over the previous 2 seasons. At 24 years old, it looks like Max has finally come of age. As a teenager, the German actually played as a forward, and it's clear from his stats that he hasn't lost his attacking edge. His collection of assists comes as a result of his persistent chance creation. He's currently laying on 2.8 opportunities for teammates per 90, over double his average of 1.3 in 16-17. And there's little question about the quality of the chances he creates. Max produces 2.3 accurate crosses per match, more than anyone else in Europe, and his abilities going forward have not depleted his defensive output. He makes 3.1 tackles and interceptions per 90, 1 more than Bayern's Joshua Kimmich, and this has helped the club to concede just 36 in the league, less than Nagelsmann's Hoffenheim. Wanted by the likes of Chelsea and Man United, and with a contract running until 2022, many reports suggest Max is now worth €30 million. With top quality fullbacks in high demand, we wouldn't be surprised if he went for at least that much. 2. Fernandinho. Okay, so fans and pundits have been singing the praises of Fernandinho for years now, but with the Man City team performing at superhuman levels in 2017-18, the Brazilian's simple and effective game has gone a bit under the radar. While the likes of De Bruyne, Silva and Sane have been awarded high praise for their wonderful on-field movements and supreme creative numbers, and Otamendi for his majestic defensive work, Fernandinho has provided the link between back and front expertly. In his 28 appearances this season, he has averaged a whopping 90 passes a match, the best figure in England bar Otamendi, and a huge leap from the 69 he was attempting in 16-17. He is accurate too, with a pass completion rate of 90%. Fernandinho's defensive numbers have been impressive too. He wins 2.6 tackles and interceptions a game, commendable considering his club's consistent domination of matches, and he is also effective at blocking opponents when they opt to go route one. He comes out on top in 55% of his aerial duels, only slightly less than the monstrous Otamendi, and actually wins more per game than his Argentinian counterpart with 3. His experience as an attacking midfielder at Shakhtar has also been an asset this season. From his position at DM, he has bagged 3 goals and 4 assists in the league, his best return in 3 seasons. In a side where every position seemingly has top quality cover, Fernandinho is the only man Pep can call on to do his job effectively. He may be valued at just €15 million by Transfermarkt, but he is priceless at the Etihad. 1. Jordi Alba. The second fullback in our selection, unlike Philip Max, Jordi Alba is a household name. But while Lionel Messi has continued to wow audiences and Umtiti and ter Stegen take the defensive credit, the left-back has quietly had the best season of his career. Alba is now 29, an age at which players in his position are generally considered to have peaked already, but he has improved in Valverde's new-look Barca. The side have quickly become known for their tight back line, and this is reflected in the Spaniard's stats. He makes 3.5 tackles and interceptions per 90, dwarfing Gerard Piqué's 1.5 and his own average of 2.4 in 16-17. And he has more than fulfilled his attacking duties too. His 11 assists in all comps is a career personal best, and only Messi and Celta Vigo's Pione Sisto have more than him in the league. This comes as a result of the speedster creating 1.4 chances a match, which actually bests both Iniesta and Rakitic and is on a level with Luis Suarez. He has also scored 3 goals, again a career best, with a sumptuous volley against Valencia, the pick of the trio. Given his tendency to push up, you'd expect Alba to give away possession a fair amount too, but he doesn't, losing the ball just once every 2 games. Priced at €60 million by Transfermarkt, Jordi Alba's market valuation has doubled in the last 12 months. While the Blaugrana are linked with the likes of Luke Shaw in the press, we can imagine Valverde is pretty happy with what he's got. So those were our 5 players who are secretly having killer seasons. But what do you guys reckon? Got 5 of your own? Let us know, and we might do another one at the end of the season. For now, go and check out Stat Wars The Champions with Joe and Don Strapsy. It's an absolute banger. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe.